Good morning. God bless you, class. How are you all? Today we will continue our topic elements and we will discuss the properties of elements, how they help in their classification. The picture I have chosen, the portrait I have chosen today, is displaying a scene of alchemists. You know, alchemists were the people who spent their life in converting cheap materials and cheap substances into mostly precious metals such as golds and platinums. So they did not achieve their goal, but in doing so, they invented so many things which helped in classifying the properties of substances. So we begin our lesson today. Yes, what is this picture? In this picture you can see the materials which are hard, which are shaped, which can conduct heat, which can bear the material's weight, and they do not change their shape, and they shine also. Yes, I am talking about metals. As you have seen in the previous lesson, that different elements having different appearances and physical states at room temperature, and they also have differences in their physical properties such as their colors, their boiling and melting points, their conductivity towards heat and electricity, and their densities. Now today we will classify the elements on the basis of their collective properties. So one side we have metals, and you must have observed that all these examples, all these things are shining. They have shiny luster on them. Yes, because this is the property of metals, that metals shine. And the next property, they are highly in densities. They do not float on water because they have high densities, and they have high melting and boiling points. For the same reason, metals are made into utensils which are used for cooking and in industries also. And you know what? Metals can conduct electricity very well. Not even electricity, they are the best conductors of heat also. They are ductile, means they can be drawn into wire, and they are also malleable because when we beat them, they are converted into sheets like the aluminum sheet, and of which trunks are made, and so on. An example, the diagrams is showing you lead, gold, it's shining, the shining copper and shining silver. On the other hand, when we see non-metals are mostly gases and solids with dull appearances. Look, the sulfur is a solid, but it's not shining like copper. Other, selenium, it's not shining, and bromine, it's a gas, and nitrogen. And these non-metals are those elements which have low densities, and they have low melting and boiling points, and they are proved to be poor conductors of heat and electricity, means they cannot be drawn into wires, they are non-ductile, and they cannot be beaten into sheets, means they are non-malleable. Now we see when elements were classified initially, they were classified on the basis of their physical properties, their densities, their melting and boiling points, and their appearances. But when their chemical properties were studied, their reactivity was compared, their valencies, their bonding was studied. Then a scientist, Mendeleev, Dmitry Mendeleev, you can see him. Dmitry Mendeleev realized that the physical and chemical properties of elements were related to their atomic masses, a chemical property or atomic property. Then he classified all the elements, both existing and predicted, into groups and columns and rows in periods. So he made a first periodic table. Dmitry Mendeleev not only arranged the elements in periodic form on the basis of their increasing atomic mass, but he also predicted some fourth invented elements which were yet to be discovered, but he gave an idea about their expected masses and other properties. So this is a new periodic table in which the elements are classified properly, adequately, on the basis of their increasing atomic number. So it's not like Mendeleev periodic table, it is also developed with the passage of time. So today we studied about the classification of elements on the basis of its physical properties, then atomic properties, that was atomic mass. Now today's activity is, you can use the periodic table from your textbook, page number 60, to answer the following questions. You read the topic from the book thoroughly, and you get this help of this video lesson, and then you answer, are there more metallic or non-metallic elements? Just compare how many metals are there, how many non-metals are there, and which one is in the bigger content. And then write the names and symbol of any 10 metallic and any 10 non-metallic elements. Again, you can take help from the periodic table. The names are written there. And the third question is, you give 2 examples of the elements which share similar chemical properties as chlorine. Now just look for the chlorine, where it is located. Its symbol is capital C, small l. Okay, I help you further. Its atomic number is 17. Okay class, do this activity after understanding the topic. Till then, see you. God bless you. Take care.